Hi, I'm Abby, and today I'm going to help you to understand and see how the physical and spiritual realm exist as one, how you are both dark and light, how you are connected with all things. And I feel that this is one of the most important things that any human being can be aware of, because so many human beings don't even know how to connect with the spirit world. So many human beings live in such an experience of fear of what they don't know or don't understand that they would rather just not even go there. It's much easier to go with what you can see, what you can smell, what you can touch, what you can taste, than it is to go with what you can't see, what is behind the veil is really the only way to describe it. I mean, even for somebody like me, I'm a spiritual person. I can sense the spirit world. I can close my eyes and I can go into my third eye mind, and I can explore the spirit realm, and I explore it here in a visual way, and explore it in my heart through my sensory, in a sensory way. So I combine what is my third eye and my heart together to create what is sort of like a television of interaction. And all human beings, we were all born with the ability to have this connection. It would be absolutely terrible for you or anybody to think that creation would not give you an outlet to remember who and what you are. That is a nightmare. That is not right. What creation has given us human beings is the challenge, the instinctive nature, the fear-based experience that challenges us to use these sensory abilities, our third eye, our heart, combine them to create our connection. It challenges us to use other abilities that we aren't exactly aware that we have, to have that connection again. It is beautiful. A challenge is a good thing. A challenge is a blessing. A challenge is a beautiful thing. You did not become a human being, so you could just, you could just be a human being. You come here and just live a life, and that's it. But how far do you want to go with it? How far do you want to explore being a human being? Like, psychologically, you can explore exactly who and what you are as a creation, and then you can try to explore, challenge yourself to go out of mind, out of body even, to explore what is the infinite realm, which is extremely challenging for a human mind, a human being in totality. So I've been thinking about this a lot, about how I could help human beings to see, to sense, to feel, to know. How do I create a way to help human beings understand who don't know how to experience this? One thing that is very important for me to tell you is that everything that is dark, everything that is evil, everything that is death and destruction, everything that is physical and dense, everything on that spectrum of existence is also connected with everything that is light, everything that is pure and unconditional, everything that is creation, everything that is birth, everything. And even dark is part of creation too. Everything is connected as one. And so inside of you, inside of your soul, and connected with all souls, is all of this. You are an infinite being. You are not a human being. You are an infinite being. I cannot emphasize this enough. Human beings need to know they are not human beings. They are infinite beings. And within an infinite being is all of the universe, all of creation, all of the physical and spiritual worlds. All exist within you and around you, within all of us. And it's hard to understand that. It's hard to see that. It's hard to believe that, because we feel like individuals. We feel like we live in a physical world. We can't even understand when we die, where do our spirits go? They become connected with everything. They already are connected with everything. They don't go anywhere. They actually are just remaining with that's scary. That can be scary, because then you wonder, well, about ghosts and all that sort of thing. So don't try to figure out where anything goes. Don't try to figure out what is heaven. Don't try to understand what is hell, because there's only an infinite universe. There's only an infinite universe. And guess what? There's a universe. There's a huge world out there. It's not just here. It's not just Earth. It's not just you in your house or your apartment. It is a universe. A universe. So I drew some diagrams. And this one, so we have an infinite, a symbol of an infinity, and everybody's seen it before, and it's, in snake, and it's the symbol 8, and I'll just show it to you. So here I have a representation of all. This is literally what the universe looks like on a little piece of paper in a very simple drawing. This literally is everything. There is no time. We feel like we exist in a world where time exists. That is an illusion of our physical experience. There actually is no such thing as time. There is no beginning and no end. So on one side we have, here we have everything that is light, and then light is still connected with everything that is dark, see? And so we have an infinite continuum, a line that is infinite, and also it's really hard to point while I'm doing this. So just there you have this, okay? And you can see how I have labeled, you get physical, dark, death, hate. You get everything that that is dark. And physical doesn't have to be dark. There are physical, as a human being, we are more on the spectrum of the darker side, because we experience a world that has so many illusions, and dark is a representation of what is manipulation. So we have a physical experience that explores manipulation and the darker expressions, because guess what? How many of us are happy from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to bed every night, every day? How many of us are actually happy? We aren't. None of us are happy every single day. So that right there tells us that we are part of the darker, infinite spectrum. That is where we exist, right here in our physical bodies. We don't have to exist here. Our physical bodies can actually go up. There's sort of like an invisible line here that at least that's how I like to interpret it. There's a vibrational line of what is the darkest, what is the most evil, most terrible, and then that line goes, what is the most unconditionally loving, what is the most beautiful, what is the most, angelic, what is the most, loving, so creation at its most profound. So then there's actually physical beings that live here, that are in that. And, people call this a dimension. People say we here as human beings today are living in the third dimension, which, I don't like those terms, but I understand what they're identifying with. I understand that. So if you want to say we're in the third dimension, we would be like right here, like there. And then, so if we want to go to a fifth dimension, like, see, this is hard for me to identify with dimensions on my little thing, because we want to be in here, and we can go there. We can go up a dimensional spectrum, a vibrational enhancement, and a vibrational enhancement that actually takes us more towards love and further away from dark, so that in love is truth. In love is purity. In love is wisdom. In love is everything. In dark, you can't see in the dark. I don't care what anybody says. Violence does not create joy. hatred does not create joy. It may make you feel like you're getting rid of, what you got bottled up inside, but hatred is hatred still, and it isn't joy, it isn't love, it isn't manifesting a beautiful world. And so in the spectrum, you want to go up, you want to go into love, and you want to experience that. And I've actually had moments in what people would describe as the fifth dimension. So you don't go anywhere to get to the fifth dimension. You don't go anywhere. I mean, there are actually I better not say too much on this. But to be right now, what people describe as the third dimension is what everybody feels is every day. So we are frustrated most of the time. We're tired most of the time. We have to go to a job. We try to make the most of everything we do, but we're still not happy. We're worn out. We try to create joy, and it feels like it doesn't last very long. And we feel like, we live in all these boundaries. We can't feel the spirit world. We don't know what our connection is. We don't even see what is off the planet, and most of us don't even want to go there because we don't even want to know if there's aliens out there, what does that actually mean for us? Most people are terrified of that idea, and that's incorrect. You cannot live your life in fear. You cannot. That is staying in the dark. That is staying in a dark cave where you cannot expand, where you cannot grow, and where you cannot experience light in its most profound ways. Would an angel stand there and tell you that they want you to stay in the dark? They want you to stay fearful? They want you to not understand what happens after you die? Would an angel want that for you? No. So you don't want that for you either. And an angel is a part of you just as much as the light and the dark is all a part of you. And I made some more diagrams to show you. So this was the first one we have here. So we have two circles, right? Okay. And when you put the two circles together, so this is a connection. This is what happens. You get all. So you put all the two circles together and you have all. And you have the infinite realm is all one. Everything is inside there. Everything is all one. And you could say like yin and yang. So you still have a circle, and then you have a 6 and a 9. And one is dark and one is light. And that is a representation of the infinite realm. That is a representation of all. And what's even more special is that all is all inside your heart. So you are all. You possess a connection. See, your heart is a portal. You always had it. You always were all. You always were all. And it's your choice to be a physical human being. It's your choice to lose your awareness of that. It is your soul's choice to lose its awareness of that. And that's a beautiful thing, because you want to know what it is like to have an experience of separation from all. And that is what we experience here. We are not aware that we are connected with all. And inside of us is literally everything. You can open your heart, and you on your bad days are actually a part of the darker side of all. And on your really happy days, you're part of the light side of all. And you always were connected with everything. The entire universe literally is inside your heart. The physical, spiritual universe is all inside you. That is actually what it should be. Don't you think that is the way that every creation should have that? Every creation should have a connection, and it wouldn't make sense for you not to. So I created these diagrams to help human beings to see how all exists, and to know that you are just as much connected to darkness as you are to light. And it is all your own choice who you want to be, how you want to express yourself. And so I'm trying to think here. If I feel like I've said everything I can say on this subject, it's just so important to me. I actually did a Google search just so I could see what people talk about related to spiritual subjects. And there was a link out there, and it said, don't connect to the spirit world. Spirits are evil. Don't connect with the spirit world. This is so wrong. Like, I was so mortified by this. Like, people, this is on the first page of Google. Like, this is not good. Human beings should not have more filled into their fears. Human beings need to be in the light where you can see everything, and part of that is going beyond your fear, is saying, okay, what am I afraid of? Well, I'm afraid of connecting with dark souls. Okay, well, know that you don't have to connect with dark souls. You actually can connect with souls of light, and souls of light are unconditionally loving. Souls of light are pure and super happy and super loving and super joyful, and they love you. They want you to connect with them. And it's so easy. It's so easy to make these connections. And all you literally have to do, because you're already connected, you literally just have to say, I want to experience loving spiritual beings in my life. And bam, there's loving spiritual beings in your life. You've already said what it is that you want. And if you say, I do not want to experience dark spirits in my life, bam, you don't have to experience dark spirits. Do you realize that everybody has the choice. Everybody has a choice. And that is not what we experience here. We as human beings do not experience a world where we feel like we have choices, where we feel like we can just choose whatever we want and we just get it. But in the spirit world, you are already spirit, and you get a choice. You get to choose. You can say, I choose to be happy. I choose to fill my life with spirit beings of light. And then you get that. Now you just have to remain in that vibrational setting, that experience. That is hard. That is hard because we are connected with our physical bodies, and they get in the way of our ability to stay vibrating at a higher pitched level, which is the moment where you're going to go to the pro football game and you're so super stoked about it and you're so excited. Well, now it's next week and you're back at work again. It's hard to stay at that super, super happy, super excited feeling at every single moment because our vibration is low. It's darker, it's denser, it's more in the dark. It's in the realm of manipulation. It is in the realm of what darkness provides us in our experience of a lifetime as a human being. And so part of the manipulation is living here in a world where everything is created to, it is all wrong. It is all wrong here. I'll make another video about the world today, and we all talk about the world today, and we all are unhappy with the world today, and yet we just let it exist still because we're just one person on a planet, and and we just are trying to live our lives, and that's the best we know how to do. But all of that has to change. All of that, it has to change, and I'm a part of that change, and I'm making these videos to help people connect with spirit, help people connect with their soul, help people connect with their purpose, and identify why they're here, because all of these things are important to creating a more beautiful world. So I'm going to just stop there, and the only thing I'm going to say more is just remember that inside your heart, this little picture here, this is your heart, and there is all. That is you right now. That is me right now. That is everything. There's aliens, there's star systems, there's people you don't even know inside there. There's angels, there's evil spirits. Everything is in there. Don't you want everything to be in there? Don't you want to have everything? You have all. You have it all right here. And that's special. That's special. So I hope this video has been helpful. I hope it's given you more to think about, more to explore, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to go there. Don't be afraid to see what exists. Don't be afraid to say, I want to know about angels. I want to know about what happens when I die. I want to understand this better. How do we live in an infinite world, and I feel time every day. Start asking questions and start exploring what you feel inside. And don't be ashamed to be afraid of something. I mean, it takes time to get over fears, and that's part of the challenge. It's part of the joy of being human, is that it's not easy. It's challenging. And to explore your fears and to overcome them is a truly accomplished lifetime. So that's all I'm going to share in this video, and I hope you found it useful. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to keep making more videos. And feel free to visit my website. It's abbynormalswisdomquest.com. And feel free to share comments and all of that. So thank you very much for watching.